Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Barca, and welcome to another interesting episode where we discuss on some interesting updates. We start with Eric Garcia as the Barca youngster is closer to staying than leaving Barca amid interest from La Liga rivals. We are going to discuss on that as we progress. Secondly, talking about new signing Vitor Roque as Barca make final decision on the incorporation of the 18-year-old Brazilian jewel. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So as we get right into the full stories, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Over the past couple of days, there has been a lot of speculation surrounding the future of FC Barca centre back Eric Garcia. After all, the 22-year-old has slid away or slid down the pecking order at the club and is currently the fifth choice in Xavi's plans behind the likes of Andreas Christensen, Jules Koundé, Ronald Araujo, and Inigo Martinez. As such, game time will likely be hard to come by for the young star, sparking rumors of a departure, with Girona showing interest in him. Reports on Tuesday suggested that you know, Garcia was also open to joining Girona and had informed Xavi that he wishes to leave on loan. However, as per the latest update from Gabriel Sanz of Mundo Deportivo, it appears that Garcia is closer to staying at Barcelona than leaving for Girona in the final days of the summer window. Girona were interested in Garcia as they see him as a player who can slot in as a centre back and a pivot midfielder as well, while his ball playing abilities are something that manager Michel admires a lot. However, the Catalans are hoping to sign the former Manchester City starlet on a loan deal, whereas Barca wish to sell him outright in case there is a departure. This makes the possibility of a move unlikely, as Girona do not have the money to sign Garcia permanently. Furthermore, manager Xavi Hernandez remains intent on keeping hold of Garcia, having informed the player in a meeting that he is part of his plans moving forward, especially with Ronald Araujo's recent injury and Inigo Martinez's slow recovery from his last season's injury. Xavi wants depth in the centre-back department and as such wishes to hold on to Garcia. So as things stand, it appears likely that the 22-year-old continues at Barcelona unless Girona raise enough cash to fund a permanent move for him. Of course, Eric Garcia's name has been appearing, repeatedly in transfer rumors in recent days as the Barcelona outcasts look as though, his future remains uncertain. Of course, with the summer window soon coming to a close, Barcelona are trying to get rid of some of these fringe players so that they can have some space in the wage bill and also comply with financial fair play. But for me, it still comes as a shock that Xavi is pushing for Eric Garcia to stay. Xavi is the only person right now in the Barca camp who has been pushing Eric Garcia to stay, despite the club willing to sell the player as soon as possible on a permanent deal. But Girona, being the only club that have shown interest so far, are not prepared to make that financial sacrifice as they don't have such an amount that Barca are asking for. So as it stands right now, the likelihood of the player staying at Barca remains high, especially as Xavi has met with him one-on-one, convincing him to stay. Because left for Eric Garcia, he also is open to leaving, according to reports. Garcia knows that game time will be so difficult to come by, and the player have been receptive to the offer. But the way Xavi has been pushing him to stay, things might change. And also considering the fact that Barca don't want a loan deal but a permanent one, and therefore Girona not having the money to finalize the move, it makes it now more trickier for the centre back to stay at Barcelona. So as it stands right now, we can't say things have been decided yet, as we all know how the window sometimes operates, especially towards the end of the transfer window. Things can take drastic turns and twists. So let's just hope and see how far. Honestly, Garcia leaving will not, I will be so happy because he has not been that player that we thought he was. Therefore, Barca need to capitalize on these kind of players. Of course, Javi's own point of view is he wants depth. Now that Araujo is injured, Inigo Martinez is also injured. I duly understand that, but I think that Garcia staying will not be the best of ideas. Then on to the final story of discussion. According to Hakim Pura of Sport, Barca, especially Xavi, has been trying to incorporate Vitor Roque's arrival, but the move seems impossible due to FFP regulations. So the way things are right now, the Brazilian will join Barca in the January window. During the press briefing preceding the first league game against Getafe, the focus was on Dembele's unexpected departure. Xavi adeptly addressed this by confirming Roque's arrival at Barca would only materialize in January. With this statement, he gracefully put to rest the rumors of an earlier inclusion of the player. The rumors had stemmed from Atletico Paranaense's unanticipated elimination from Copa Libertadores round of 16. This eventually led to speculations that Barca could finally acquire him ahead of the agreed time. Of course, behind closed doors, the reality diverged sharply from what Xavi said. Barca, in a discreet manner, initiated efforts to secure the 18-year-old striker before the closure of the transfer window. However, the crux of the matter, as with all going deals, was assimilated the Brazilian forwards transfer within the constraints of financial fair play. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye bye.